Okay, welcome everyone. So we're back for the third time with Dr. Manek. She's been a very popular speaker, and we went through the conscious intention of space, and then the magic of space. And then she's continuing today with the magic of space, but adding in Buddha's relics. And so I've heard her talk about and read about this, so it's really interesting. So good morning. I'm not going to go through her whole resume because you go back and see part 1, part 2, and then part 3, because they just build on each other. So good morning, Dr. Manek.
Hey, Carol, nice to see you. And it's a bright and sunny morning here in California.
Yes.
And it's just absolutely exciting. This is where things get really, really great and juicy.
Okay.
It's part 3. Because, you know, in science, we've always put the truth on the shoulders of science. It has always been that we look for answers.
Right.
Any human dilemma. In science, we look at numbers and statistics, and we try to decipher. I call it bottom-up science.
Mm-hmm.
It's iterative, and we build on our knowledge. And Tiller's work is, in a sense, the opposite. It's top-down science. But this is where, and if I get excited and I move my hands,
that's what
I can't help myself.
We want a Zoom meeting that's alive.
I can't help myself. So do forgive me. People say, you got too much energy. My patients often complain. As I enter the door, they go, oh, there she is. Anyway, so we're going to talk about the relics of Shakyamuni Buddha. Shakyamuni Buddha is Gautam Buddha, the historical Buddha, the Buddha that we know that set off this amazing spiritual pathway. And the Buddha's relics really give us an opportunity that is so rare to answer our question around consciousness. Mm-hmm. So here is Dr. Tiller.
Right.
The physicist from Stanford, a material science and engineering expert. He and I teamed up together for many, many years. And I used to meet with him every Thursday. I left the Mayo Clinic really because I knew in my bones that the Tiller's work opens the doorway to a much bigger toolkit in medicine.
Okay.
We're going to get there. We will. And Tiller lays the mathematical foundations, the numbers, okay, to why this works, this intention and consciousness in medicine. So we're building on chemistry, all right? And really, Tiller's work gives the foundation, the bridge to the ancient teaching that the kingdom of God is within you. You are in the image of the Lord. Okay, I use Shiva. Shiva is my deity. I love Shiva and his teaching. Shivaism is the original, you might say, yogic teaching. He is it in Hinduism. And from Shiva comes Krishna, Lord Rama, and many others.
Right.
So my whole endeavor to study medicine was, I thought medicine is the way to understanding human capacity, the body. I quickly realized, and I was at the best ivory tower of conventional care, and we did good work, no question about it. But I was missing this piece of spirituality. It was a big gap, and Tiller's work really bridges it, all right? And my book, Bridging Science and Spirit, and I really hope that your followers, Carol, will get this, because we're giving you bits and pieces today to give you the overall direction. But if you study this book, it will give you the real foundations. After all, Carol, we're talking about the invisible architect. And I want I want the foundations of understanding. And the knowledge should not be dead knowledge. The knowledge should be alive, of possibility. Okay, we're
Several
not Homo
people have
sapiens.
told me they've ordered it. So,
Oh, good.
yeah.
So the question is, how do we bridge between consciousness and its tool, which is intention, and its effect, okay? Which is really measuring absolute effects of intention in a lab, okay? And this is where Tiller really excels, because he did something quite courageous and genius. And that is, he tested his own intention. He realized you can't do this using brain imaging and MRIs. We're going to bypass all the material stuff because consciousness is invisible. And so he made a decision to test his own intention. And this cartoon from my book, Bridging Science and Spirit, he used his expertise in material science to ask himself, can my intention change water? Okay, so he uses this pen and paper to make this invisible thought into something physical. Then he added something very magnificent. Thy will be done is the Lord's Prayer. Thy will be done, O Lord. Not somebody else's will, but thy will be done. Not my will, but show me the truth. And this is a very powerful thing that hit me when I wrote the book. The editor pointed it out to me that, Nisha, this is the Lord's Prayer. And until that, Tiller never shows off. You know, he sort of writes, and we used to look at these intention statements. And when I wrote the book, the full import of what Tiller had actually done hit me hard. And it stays with me forever. This is a
sort
big
of
gift.
like by saying that you're grounded in time and space. You're
He grounded it in, yes, it is.